Oops. One of the better battery chargers out and about is the Lacrosse series. This is the BC 700, if I remember right. And I probably should have bought the BC 1000. If I have to replace this one, that's what I'm going to get. It's more expensive. These little buttons just fall in there. Well, it's a very good nickel cadmium nickel metal hydride charger, and that's what it's meant for. It's all it's designed for. I found out that it actually works pretty good for recharging alkalines too. And now this is a very dumb thing to do, and hopefully you'll learn from my lesson here. I've gotten away with it for a long time. It's really good for topping off alkalines that, start giving me a low battery alert. Even though they're got a lot of charge, if you look at them on a, battery tester, they're still mostly charged. So I play around with them like that. Well, I had a pair in there, and these are not good batteries. I'm not going to buy these again. They haven't done very good as far as life longevity, and now I've got one that leaked, although it leaked under extraordinary conditions. It got very hot in the charger. Normally these alkalines don't do that. I have never had trouble like this before charging alkalines. But this is why you don't want to charge alkalines in a nickel metal hydride charger. This battery kept taking a charge until it got very hot and leaked like crazy. It didn't leak a little bit, it leaked a lot. And when these batteries leak, you don't want to touch that stuff. You don't want to get anything into that stuff that you don't want to throw away, basically. It's very nasty, very corrosive. So don't touch it. The solution for it, when you get alkaline battery leaking on your battery terminals, is just vinegar. Plain old white vinegar. Any vinegar you have around, if you don't have white vinegar, you could probably... And then use a Q-tips to go around and loose, pick the stuff up. And I did that, and then I even washed it with contact cleaner and tuner cleaner and plenty of water because it was so nasty. It actually leaked all the way and dripped through to the other side of the board. You can see it totally erased the solder mask. Everywhere it went, it just like totally dissolved the solder mask. And there's some jumpers that go over. And I've looked at all the jumpers. Most of them aren't going to be critical. There's one though that has a trace passing underneath it. It's going to take a little bit of attention. I'm going to have to lift the trace slightly where that crosses underneath it and maybe put paint under it or something. So I don't know if this is ever going to work again. I'm going to go through it again with a Q-tip and a quick look, Of course, there's not much to it. There's some transistors, really small, on the board, There's a big cob device here where all the brains are. So it's basically a throwaway if it's really screwed up, I guess. This is where the zebra strip matches up with the display. And I don't know if I'm gonna, probably won't wipe that down. It looks like it's clean. All the little screws. 4 screws to hold the back cover on, then 4 screws to hold the PC board into the frame. Tight. It has to line up for the zebra, of course. So that's all there is to it, really. But there are some surface mount components. This side isn't so bad as this side. It's kind of worrisome. I've got surface mount components that were immersed in that stuff. I thought I had it cleaned up, but I see I have to go over it again. Some of that white, I think, is just the varnish. That's this green coating that's been partially dissolved. But I'm going to go over it all again and let it dry thoroughly and try it out. That's a lesson, something not to do. And it leaked a quantity of that stuff. It actually ruined my counter a little bit too. And I've got some nasty spots. A little bit here, but this is the bad one. It's not going to come out. It's into the finish. Even though it works out well 99% of the time, I've been doing it for years, actually, charging alkalines. And they usually go kind of high ESR as they charge. You know, alkalines only recharge once or twice very well. They just charge, you know, every time we recharge them, they work even worse. Even the rechargeable types, the ones that were meant to be recharged, were kind of like that. They didn't have very many recharges to them. So it's kind of not worth doing anyway. But I've been doing it for years, just for just mostly for topping off batteries. And, well, this time it bit me.